basket. What are you doing? What are you doing, Freya? What's she doing? You're not talking? No. Okay, let's talk about the garden. I'm surprised I don't look worse. Yeah, I was swearing because I got my mascara all down my shirt. I thought I was going to look way worse right now. Got something in my eye too. I have been drenched in sweat, rolling down my body for an hour. Hold on. Alright, so username TruthSeeker24 is what I'm assuming is what you mean by your username. I was told by tons of people, do not prune at all the bush tomatoes, because when I started doing it, everyone started freaking out on me on different websites and different things. But I've just spent the last hour out here pruning them, and I think I'm going to do more because what you said actually makes so much sense, because I am fighting drought. We have a horrible heat this year with, we're 105 without any rain. And as soon as you water them, within a few minutes later, the dirt is dry again. Like, it is almost impossible. Right now, it's self-watering, so I can talk. And I've been doing this a lot, just so it could get more water. And yes, the ground's getting wet a little too. I'm wasting some water, but I don't care right now. Alright, so I came over here and listened. I will probably prune more. Y'all, tomorrow is spray with calcium day, but I'm going to wait an extra day to make sure I haven't missed any, bottom rot ones. Look at my bucket. I'm crying. I can't keep them wet enough, and they're not absorbing calcium. So I will be soaking them, and Dino's going to help me on Friday with calcium. And these are supposed to look like this. Is this purple lady, so they get stupid looking. They look really rotten, but they're not. They turn purple. But I have been out here pruning all the ones that have no growth, or 99% look like this. These is what's giving me my bottom rot. They're too dried out. So I've been down here pruning. As you can see, we can see underneath them now. A lot of people I follow do not believe in pruning no matter any kind, because it helps keep the blight away if it's completely no sun can get to it, right? If they're all on top of each other. And that's working really well over there, and I'm having no issues over there. But these came from the school. They came in with issues. And yes, some of my good ones in the front is starting to have issues. But we're not buying from the school again. I'm just saying, y'all. The squash is fine. The watermelons are fine. Those things, but not tomatoes. Tomatoes are too picky. One of y'all did say, since these were called ground tomatoes, that I would probably have issues with them. You don't like them as much, and they cause more issues growing. Here's another one I missed. I want to make sure I get them all off. I bet these are awesome too. Yep. So we got to get all of them off. I don't want to waste my calcium on bad ones, right? Because you're going to be spraying them. You don't want to waste any of your calcium. It takes for hours spraying in the first place. And this will let me know if watering them twice a day. And I use a little meter. I stand and water each one. Hold on, I'm stuck. Okay, it is dusk, so it's about almost 9. We're walking home. I dropped off some steak for Mom and them. I made some sirloin in the air fryer. And yes, it tastes like death to me, so I gave it to them, and it tastes fine to them. I don't know what happened. I don't understand how all of a sudden my taste went away again, and everything tastes like death. Like, seriously, I do not understand this. I understood in 2022 when Delta came, and for a year I lost all my taste and things taste like roadkill. Then I got really sick back in March, and it all happened all over again. Okay, yes, I'm crazy. I have a lot of lights. But I'm changed this up to just be these kind of lights going on. So it'll be a little different right here. Alright, I guess it's the 20th. I'm losing all track. I've been out watering. It was supposed to be calcium spraying day, but I've changed how I'm doing it. You need to soak them with water the night before and that morning. And then an hour after watering them, before the heat, so before 10 a.m., come and soak them with calcium spray. So I'm going to be doing it in stages, not all the plants at once. And so I got to write a list of which days to do which beds, because I didn't realize how much watering I needed to do beforehand. But I've been out here for a long time watering. I'm about to manipulate some of these cucumbers so they'll start going up the pole better. But had my coffee and getting back to work. Alright, I am headed out to Lidl's because I thought I got these wood cage like arbors yesterday. Trellis, I don't know what they're called. And the box was ripped, so I put it back and got a different one from the bin, and I ended up with just a normal arch instead, because I didn't look. So I'm headed over there. Hopefully they did not sell out, and I'm gonna get one or two, and I'm keeping the arch because I can use it. It was only $20. It's a pain to return stuff there, so I'd rather just use it. Yeah. From 8 a.m. until after 12, I was working my butt off outside. Okay, I pushed mowed over an acre. Okay, and this was at the end of that session because the whole morning was working in the garden. I was taking wheelbarrows of dirt. I tortured myself. I was drenched, completely drenched is an understatement, and this is why. And I ended up in the pool. And I'm gonna start doing all my gardening in my bathing suits, so I can just go straight to the pool and not have to go inside and change clothes. Because I'm going straight to the pool after every morning of working in the garden, because I am sweaty, dirty, itchy, and I don't want to just go inside, take a shower and all that stuff. I'd rather go soak in the pool for a few hours and swim around it. And we are so not done with stuff. Oh, also, I rednectified my yard. Know all the trash I've been talking shit about, right? It filled up a whole entire trash can. And I don't mean a house trash can, I mean pulled to the curb trash can. And I still have stuff that needs to be in there, but it's not going to fit. Thank God we paid for 3 curbside trash cans between the 2 houses. So we always have an extra one for any outside stuff or any, like, because we overfill sometimes, you know, we have cats, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I filled one up. We just got, the trash went yesterday, and they were full, so I couldn't do it yesterday. Well, let me tell you, one is completely full, and I already had it back in an hour. And it is jam-packed, because my yard was more redneck than I thought. And yes, I can say that. Alright. And yes, I don't care what you say. Every redneck person's house that I ever go to, and say, oh, don't worry, my yard's just rednectified. Not only do they have tons of metal everywhere, old patio furniture piled up and rusted that they can't use no more, car parts everywhere, they have trash everywhere, okay? And I'm southern as it gets. I don't care what anyone says. I was born in the most redneck town, Middleburg, Florida. Might as well be Georgia. It is so friggin' redneck. It's unbelievable. There is nobody there that ain't redneck, okay? So, I can say it without people yelling at me. You can't say such. It's totally true. I don't care what anyone says. Redneck-ified means it's gonna be all trash, okay? It is. It's trash. So, I de-trashed it. Still got some more. Like I said, would not fit. But it was a struggle because it's hot. It's 97 degrees. I was drenched in sweat, and I was already dead from 2.5 hours working in the garden before I started that project. So I'm on my way to get those arbor thingies, and I'm on my way to go get a lot of vinegar and some table salt. because there's a lot of weeds that will not pull up, and there's too many of them, and there's a thing called it ain't gonna work because my yard has a billion rocks, so Dino cannot go and weed eat that area because it just slings rocks everywhere. Almost killed me with one. It shot at me, and you should have seen me ducking. And we're like, nope, can't do it there. So I am just gonna fry the heck out of them. And yes, you put a little Dawn soap to make it stick. Well, that is where I'm on my way. I'm probably gonna buy another sprayer just for that. So I don't mix it up with my other sprayer because I don't want to go spraying my plants with vinegar and salt. So probably stop by Harbor Freight first. Might run into Lowe's and try to fit in some deck boards. My dad needs 8 of them. I think since I'm in the car by myself, I'll be able to manipulate them in here. I know I could do 5 with no problem, but I think I can get 8. So we will see. It literally will have to come through this way because they're longer than my car. It'll stop right about here, I think. But I have to be able to use my stick. So it's automatic, but you know what I mean. I have to be able to put it in reverse and all that good stuff. But hopefully the road's not too loud. I'm going to stop talking in a second. All I've had to eat today after sweating my butt off is 2 of the Hawaiian rolls, which I think comes to 40 carbs, somewhere around there. I think they're 20 carbs a piece, but I'm not sure. Might be 1 carb more, 1 carb less. And then my Boar's Head no salt turkey and low salt ham, and 2 slices of their, well, it's not, okay, it's not, I get paper thin cheese, so it's not even half an ounce of their low sodium white American cheese, and that's all I've had today. And I made myself eat that even though I wasn't hungry. I did have my coffee. I had a coffee and I had my 5 droplets of Keto Chow electrolytes. So one thing, if you watch all my videos from the beginning, you will hear me say multiple times, a billion times, that when I'm on ibuprofen, it doesn't matter if I starve myself. I gain swelling weights. I hold water. I barely pee. When I take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen at least 3 times a day, which I'm about to take again, I gain weight. I don't lose it, ever. And because of all the work I'm doing, my nerve pain, my head twitching, and I have a horrible pain in one of my wisdom teeth, that is driving me crazy. But I also have sinus pain going on over there, so I don't know if it's the tooth causing the sinus pain or the sinus pain causing the tooth to hurt, because there's no cavities there. I have been to the dentist recently and I have no cavities anywhere, so I don't know. I know it's excruciating pain. It's about time for me to take my next ibuprofen, and I know it because it starts hurting really bad. So I'm taking at least 3 a day. I've been taking 3 a day most of my life. There was a good minute on keto before ever getting any of the versions of the C word, where I didn't need ibuprofen, just occasionally. But ever since getting that, everything's gone to hell with me. Like, it's like I'm starting all over, and I can't figure out nothing. It's crazy. Oh, and also, I have not been on metformin for almost 2 years. It has been 2 years, and I had only taken it for a couple of months, and before that was years before that, because I've had multiple comments about stop taking metformin. Y'all, I've not been on metformin since like 2022. Since my dad went in for surgery 2 years ago, I have not been on metformin. I went off of it. I was having memory issues so bad that I had to go off of it. And no, it never gave me any stomach issues. I never had diarrhea. I was never nauseous, never anything when I took it. But it was causing severe memory issues. It caused it in my daughter, and I told my daughter to go off because she was having the same memory issues I was. And then her memory issues disappeared after being off of it for about a month, or a little less than a month. But the only thing I take that I have to is my high blood pressure pills. There's only two kind I can take that I'm not allergic to, diastolic, and that's alpha. And then I don't take it though. I don't need it. I'm just taking a beta, like a beta blocker, and that is Losartan. And then I take my loratadine, and that's for my mast cell activation syndrome. And I just take the over-the-counter one. I can pay for a prescription, which is the same ingredients and same everything, y'all. Same company that makes it. Same everything. But my copayment is so much higher than just going and buying it from Sam's Warehouse. So I just buy it myself. And then my ibuprofen. And once a week I take a vitamin D. The 55,000 milligrams of vitamin D. And that is it. I haven't even taken my magnesium. I think I've taken it a handful of times this whole entire year because it makes me nauseous when I take it at night. Can't take it in the day. It makes me sleepy. So me and magnesium are not friends in the first place. It makes me sick. Like, there's so many stomach meds I can't take because of the magnesium. I think I just dripped water on me. But that's just my pH water. Even the pH water has been making me nauseous, especially at night. And I haven't done my electrolytes, real lights, in a very long time. I love them to death. They taste amazing. But sometimes they make me nauseous. And unfortunately, the Keto Chow one, there's none I can take that doesn't make me feel sick. And I really don't like the taste of them, but I love their just droplet ones that I put in my coffee. So I stick with those. Like, I really love those. I'm also overwhelming my body with all this heat, all this gardening. Like, I know I'm pushing it to its limits beyond belief. But I'm going to shut up now, listen to some music, and probably talk to y'all in a little bit. Y'all should have seen how many men, don't worry, I'm in a parking lot, was yelling at me saying, there's no way you're getting those boards in your car. Yeah, there is, because I'm a woman and we get shit done, okay? I don't need a truck. I would love a truck, but I don't need one to haul 8-foot boards. I can fit 8-foot boards in my car. And yes, they're tied so they won't follow me. So, yeah. Alright, I've come out at 8 to water, but everything still looks really wet. I might water the zucchini a little more, I'm not sure. I had to put these back up. I had taken them down. It made it so much easier to get to this stuff. But guess what? My leaves are gone. A deer ate them last night. The plan later is to connect the privacy fence that goes right there all the way back behind all of this to kind of enclose this more. And to take that dying bush down. Take that one over there down. I will be able to plant another square bed in this area with no problem once we do that. Oh, the sun is horrible. I planted another burpless cucumber. She had been in the container for a little while, so it's going to take her a minute to recover, and I'm going to have to get the ugly leaves off soon. I've already sprayed her down with baking soda and water yesterday, but I should get enough out of her before the first frost, it'll be my luck, it'll be October, but it's usually November. And last year, I think I was just really getting the plants in the ground. I'm not sure. I need to go back and look. I'll show you the arbor thingy I built. Well, a trellis thing that I went back to the store yesterday and got. It was a pain, y'all. Things are not measured correctly or built correctly. Like, they did not. Some are a little longer than others because the bends in it was wrong. But I'm going to fight and put the other one together too. So a lot of these are still wet from yesterday. And then some I need to water. But I don't need my cart, so we're going to put that away. And I can't get too hot and sweaty anyways. I taking my daughter to the doctor in an hour. So this is it. From a distance it looks fine. Up close you can see where that should have been a curve, not a straight line. But I'm still going to put the other one together because I'm sure they're not both the same messed up. It took a while. It was a lot harder and I don't like the directions. But it's up and it's going to be working perfect. And when you have it shoved in the ground that far, it's very stable. It is so plants can grow up on them. And I have two, and once I put it together, I might like it enough to want to get another one. Because I'm thinking of next year. I saw people put tomatoes in them. Especially the vine tomatoes. I saw people growing cucumbers. Someone was growing a watermelon on something similar. Joshua, you cannot go inside. You can't go out inside, baby. Because you might have diseases. You just had a whole can of cat food. I know. I'll pet you in a second when I get done recording. So, I don't know if you can tell. If you've seen a lot of my videos, you've seen that we had a storm months and months ago, and trash just flew everywhere. Tons of trash. I still have to get up a few here, but I had made a giant pile here. It went in the trash. I filled that whole trash can up. This all had trash. I cleaned all this out. Some more old buckets. Those two still, it didn't make it in there. It wasn't, there wasn't enough room. And then I got to empty that bucket into a trash can. It's full. I have two full like that. There was two big giant piles here. Stuff all underneath the house. I got 99% of it. Some is too far I can't get. I can tell because I walk through it every day. And from here to the other side has no more Adino soda cans or protein drinks or any more paper or my bottled water that I was like dying of thirst out here. We'd throw it down because we'd be working and I didn't have anywhere to put it. And then things just built up. So, yeah. Okay, let me get this cart in. Joshua. Alright, it is the Monday of the 23rd. I always just make my coffee and I'm out here before 9 a.m. Like as soon as I wake up, I make a coffee and I come out here. It is after 10 something. It is still pretty much full because I'm busy working in the garden the whole time. So I'm going to show you the garden and show you tricks and tips and things I've learned that I'm going to do different next year because I learned it this year. So let's start with some watermelons. Okay, I learned not to grow them together because seeds work. I've learned that seeds work when it comes to cucumbers. I didn't think I was going to end up with any cucumbers in here because I threw a bunch of seeds out. Nothing happened, so I planted tons of watermelon. Something happened, and I have multiple kinds of cucumber, multiple kinds of watermelon, and they're just having to go everywhere because it's not enough space. I also learned that watermelon, cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes really love the sun, especially watermelon and cucumbers. So no shade. So these need to be somewhere else next year because they get more shade than they actually need. it takes longer for the sun to come up over here and it sets sooner. So, also, already knew, definitely need some more bark. Bark is a must. That way you don't put holes in your ground. It holds the moisture better, so much better. I learned to stake zucchini and squash, and I need to do it immediately and keep staking them all the time. Because if you wait until they're big, they are so much harder to do. Also, I've learned the zucchini plants grow so much better here. The squash plants just do not have, I don't know, they're just not as good. And they were at the beginning, and then they started turning bad. Also learned that my deer in this area really love squash and zucchini flower leaves. So I need to put a deer fence back here because I am taking these out and extending the garden next year that way. Also, well worth $20 for these trellises. I'll show you this one I've had for a week. This one I just put up last night. Also make things easier, right? I do not want to fight taking a sprinkler on and off of my hose because I don't got time for that. In each bed, I don't want to wet the leaves on tomatoes and my peppers, but I'm fine with my cucumbers and stuff like that as long as I'm doing the watering in the morning like I am now. So I've learned, just tie it wherever you can and you can prune where that's happening. Yes, I waste a little bit of water, but it's okay. I'm about to switch to the other bed anyways. But look, this is a week. And now look. Yeah, that's just the evil thing. If you could tell me a natural way without chemicals to get rid of whatever that is, I would appreciate that. But I've been told they don't like sunlight. Pests just like shades. So look, it is growing way up there. Y'all, that is over 10 feet tall, by the way. So I will need a ladder. But look, now I can see all of my stuff. Also, I've learned how to prune. I need to come back and start pruning because I did not know about pruning cucumber bushes. So I've learned how to prune cucumber bushes now. You never want to, like this is called a shade leaf, and we don't want to prune that off. But if there was one in between, we could cut it off, but there isn't. Also, I've learned if it doesn't need the tentacles, take them off. It's just wasting energy. So this is a cucumber they've gotten to. It's never grown. I'm leaving it because when I take it off, they're going to run to a different one. Now, Google said to use mouthwash and water equal parts. I'm scared to do that. Unless one of y'all's tried that, let me know. Alexa said the same thing. I really need to work on that one. But seeds work because this mess over here on this corner is all due to seeds. Hold on, let me change my water over. Okay, so like I said, seeds work. So I need to not plant seeds so close together because all of that is some seeds I just threw in there. The back ones are the ones I planted. But see all these things I've had to put in here because they've gone everywhere and we have to get them up. Oh, I need to take care of this real fast. We need to get them up off the ground. Y'all, watering and put another trellis in last night, and I'll show you that in a second. Oh my gosh, y'all. A big, giant black widow was hanging beside me. I freaked out so bad and couldn't finish watering. I had blood poisoning from a wolf spider, so black widows terrify me. Terrify me. Usually I have this angled bench water, but I'm almost done and I just want to get it over with. I've been out here for hours. Let me see what time it is. Oh gosh, I've been out here almost 3 hours already and didn't even notice. Yeah, I was so focused on working in the garden and watering it that I had no idea my mom walked up behind me and scared me to death. Like, terrified me. I guess I need to pay attention more. Alright, y'all, it's 3 p.m. I was in the pool for 15 minutes just now to cool off. I have been working in my garden and putting some flooring stuff down on my mom's porch, moving furniture, doing all kind of stuff since 8 something this morning. I am dead and now I have to go to Sam's warehouse. So that's why I was only in the pool for 15 minutes, just to cool off enough so that I can relax before going to Sam's. And then when I come home, I plan on getting back in the pool until I have to water the rest of the garden tonight. Yeah. They say, okay, the watermelon patch cucumber area is very enjoyable to me. The rest is not. The rest is a nightmare. That is work to me. That is not mental health at all. They say do a garden, a release stress. Maybe the cucumber area, but not the rest. The rest is a pain. Y'all, I guess it rained while I was gone today. Let me tell you what happened. This morning at 8:30, I went to Sam's, Ross. Was that it? I don't know. It's 45 minutes away. Got home with everyone's stuff. My dad fell in love with the tower fans that I went to buy. I had already bought him one for the bedroom, but he wanted more. And I went up there to go to Harris Teeter to get me deli meat because my cucumber made me sick last night. Within minutes, my stomach swelled like I was pregnant, and I only took a few bites. Y'all, now I've eaten the cottage cheese all by itself. Okay, and didn't have a reaction. So I went to go get me that and totally forgot. So guess what I did? Got right back in the car, went up there, back to Sam's, back to Ross, because my mom wanted some more stuff from Ross, and over to Harris Teeter. So I was gone away from the house from 8:30 this morning until 3 something. It rained a little while I was gone. Dina said 2 hours. There's no way it poured for 2 hours. My beds are completely dry, and it had just stopped when I pulled in the yard. The ground is dry. It's dry. So I don't know what he's talking about. I could tell that it rained a little, but everything is completely dust. Can't mess with anything. I didn't water anything this morning because it said it was going to storm all day long. Lies. Y'all see that? That is lies. I am going to be pulling out more tomato plants. I've decided I'm wasting water on it, I'm wasting energy, and I'm wasting garden bed space because they are like, every time they get a certain size, they end up with bottom rot no matter what I do. I can see them from here because they're supposed to be huge. They're not huge, and they get bottom rot. So I'm gonna, oh, my parents are home. I'm gonna pick what I can that doesn't have bottom rot. But look, see? No more wasting my time on that stupid crap. Y'all, this will tell me how much it rained. That's nothing. See that tiny little bit? No, plants deserve better. Okay, let me see if there's any savable. All right, I was going in the pool wearing my little band suit. But I'm not taking the heat well. The humidity's over 100. The news is saying it feels, it's 100 degrees too on top of it. And the news is saying it feels 108 to 115 because of the humidity and everything. And it's 100 degrees, like 101. So on top of all that, my stomach is still swollen from yesterday. Worse than I realized. And the little shorts that come with this is very tight, making it hard to breathe. Y'all, all I want is to be able to be carnivore. Okay, yes, I know I have a garden. I'm not gonna quite eat any of it anymore. All I want is to find some way to eat chicken again. Okay, without having a reaction. That's all I want. Give me chicken and give me steak with no reactions. I cannot eat like pork chops, anything like that. Other than bacon occasionally, and I'm probably swollen from the deli meat too. I really can't handle pork too well. Never have been able to. Can't handle turkey without throwing up. If it's like normal, like a real turkey, like I can deal with the deli meat because it ain't real in my opinion. But just having allergic reactions and so sick when trying to eat chicken, it's very hard on me because that's all I want. Y'all have no idea how much I crave chicken. It's all I crave all day long, but I can't have it. I even dream about eating chicken. Cabin. Whew, I think it's the 25th. Okay. Just woke up. Literally. Just got my coffee. Just walked out here. Got my cart. I'm going to show you what I've learned. Is in the evening, the afternoon, the middle of the day, I'm freaking out. My garden looks ugly and it's dying to me because the leaves are completely wilted away and horrible looking on every plant. Horrible. It's because the sun. So I always think they're fried. This is how you know. You come out before the sun's hit them. And look how pretty and healthy they are. These are sweet peppers and they are doing well. It took me a while to actually find sweet peppers. I'm going to be pulling some today. So these don't get the sun for as many hours as all the others. So these don't take as much hit. I was a little worried because I watered them late yesterday. So when these start to fall into the ground, they're going to be left on the ground. They're tomatoes. Because there's no way to put the stakes in deeper. This is all we're working with. Very small amount of dirt. Y'all, it's a pool with a bottom. Originally, I was going to cut the bottom of the pool out, dig down into the dirt, and go from there. However, not only is there rocks underneath there, it is 100% clay. Hard, might as well be cement clay that you cannot get a shovel through at all. Not in Dino. It just scrapes and scrapes. It doesn't really do anything. But, as I was saying, everything pops back up and comes back to life. And that's how you know it's just sad because it's too hot. And at night it cools down drastically. And it brings itself back up. Okay, I'm working on making my pathways. Like I did over there last year. I haven't decided to buy special fabric yet. Not the cheap ass thin stuff. I want double-sided, hard plastic, and felt type on the other side. Most places don't sell that kind. They do on the TikTok shop, but I don't know how long it'll take to be here. I don't need a lot. I just want a very heavy weight. My mom has my bucket that I put in here, so it's uneven in weight, so I gotta figure this out so I don't fall all day. I carry it with me some days just to hold my coffee. I think we're gonna do tomatoes first, but like I said, I have not figured out which I want to make my main pathway. My main pathway will be getting 2. I think this one will be my main pathway. I'll move this stuff and then you have a more wider one to go through. I really have not decided 100%. So they had edging that I was going to put beside it instead of putting any rocks on the one I make my main pathway. Or I might still make the other one. I can't decide, y'all. I'm having a decision issue. But they didn't have too many of these in stock, so this is all I bought. I usually go with the rubber ones instead of the hard ones because I can manipulate them, I can move them, and the ground does not have to be flat for me. I'm not picky, and these, I will flatten that a little better. But these are okay. I mean, a pavers has to be flat, especially the thinner ones or they'll snap in two. Pavers are normally cheaper. These are like $5 something a piece. But they seem to do really well. Yes, y'all. My life is building and gardening right now. My diet is nothing to show because it's literally just some deli meat and a Hawaiian roll. So, this one's been here for over a year now. And I did not use any fabric over here, which is my mistake, I think. That's why I want to use fabric. And I plan on stapling the fabric about 1 to 2 inches up on my boxes. And then covering it with this and rocks or something to make sure, you know, we ain't getting no weeds through anytime soon. Now, these are the tomatoes I really hate, so I really do not like the tomatoes on this side of the property. They just are not doing the best. Thank goodness my dad did like the patio tomato, but we are having some issues this morning. I'm going to be cutting some leaves. They're turning. And I was worried about that because it's getting hotter and hotter. And this side of the bed is already having issues. This side is probably coming out today. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to fight it no more. See this? This is after I've done my spraying. Okay. Watch out, sure, I already fed you. This is after I've done my spraying. Oh, I shouldn't have done that one. That was an accident. But there's only a couple of these. I'm going to go ahead and put these in my bucket, though, because these are the color that can be pulled. Last year, I kept waiting for them to turn red all the way, completely ripen on the vine. But the problem with that is that's not going to hurt it. It's very hard still. The birds find them and want to eat them. Yes, Joshua. Pretty sure this one's rotten. You can tell it's flat. Yep. See? I'm tired of fighting with them. All the plants I'm having issues with, which is definitely this one. I don't think there's anything worth saving on this one, to be honest. I think this whole plant is a loss. Because as soon as they get to this size, you know, last year I should have went with my gut. I shouldn't even told my dad. I should have just thrown them away and went and bought new ones. He would have never known. But when I told him, he told me to plant them at his house, and that was too much work. I would have had to build boxes, fill them, and all that. And guess who I would have had to still go over there and water and take care of them? Wow, is this big one bottom rot? Because we were not having bottom rot. Yep, so now even my older ones are turning bad on these plants. They're not getting too much water. They're getting the right amount of calcium. So I'm done with these plants. Maybe we'll grow some green beans. Stay tuned. So, of what am I going to end up planting? Radishes do well. I noticed the radishes are doing great. The okra does great. The peppers do really well. Cucumbers do good, but then we have a little fight. This bed over here is still doing a little horrible, but I went in there and washed my face, and I'm in the dark because I don't want to wake Dino any more than I probably already did. I went in the house today and found that one of the cats had gotten the cucumber off the counter and decided to take a few bites out of it, and it looks like they spit it back out or something because there's tons of little pieces all over the floor. So people who say cats are not going to get into your cucumbers, just leave them on your counter. Yeah, I don't know, Sharky. These ones good? No. See? Oh, they're turning afterwards because they were fine. None of these were the aged that had all the rot. Oh, this is so stressing, y'all. So we're getting rid of them. I'm still trying to make up my mind, but we're done. We're done. We're done. Okay, let me get to watering. And for anyone yelling that I'm throwing them around, yeah, I throw them around. I have a big bucket and I pick them back up at the end of the day. Well, the end of the morning. Joshua, now I'm going to have to wash my legs. He's very cuddly today. Alright, I went to Walmart this morning for an order pickup. It's my little outfit I wore. And then Dino came with me because we wanted to go to Walmart, so we were gone for a while. Got home, and then Haley was awake. She's normally not awake in the morning. So I just got home. I took her to go get a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. She gets a iced latte with sweet and low. I gotta put the phone down so I can get in the house. Y'all, it's hot. It is 101 on our thermometer. Alright, y'all, I'm out working in the garden and lifted up tons of the cucumbers up. This is a pickling cucumber. FYI, it should never get this big, ever. It was a baby pickling cucumber. It is huge. It has turned white. We're gonna do cut the tip off and go around in circles until that nastiness oozes out, and then wash it and peel it and see if we can make it not bitter, because if you were to eat this right now, it would be horribly bitter. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute the harvest for the last 3 days. Y'all, whether you want to say Mother Nature or God, somebody is teasing me right now because these are very, very black clouds. Very, very. But are we going to get rain? Probably not. Do I want rain? Oh, yes, yes. Please water my garden. Please. Then I won't have to come out here in the morning and water it. I have so much going on this week. But no rain so far. No rain so far.